Okay, let's start with this question. Records management is vital to the realization of the vision, mission, core values, and quality policy direction of the Department of Education. It endeavors to achieve systematic and efficient flow of information throughout the organization that provides information when it is needed and in the form necessary to facilitate in the decision-making process. Question: which of the following indicators characterize a school head who has already attained career stage 4 in record management? A. Capacitate school personnel in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. B. Exhibits best practice in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. Letter C. Demonstrate skills in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT. Or letter D. Manage school data and information using technology, including ICT, or ensure efficient and effective school operations. So even though this question is very long, including the choices, you can answer this in just 5 seconds by reading the question or staying fast and the choices. Okay, what could be the best answer? Okay, everybody answered letter B. And the right answer, correct po kayo, exhibits best practice in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operations. So that means that school head should be fluent in ICT or operating the computer, the laptop. Dapat maging millennial thinker tayo or may pagka-millennial tayo. Hindi tayo mahuli dapat sa ICT or technology. Ito po ang strands 2.1 records management, the different career stages. So it's clear there, encourage their career stage 4, exhibit best practice in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, to ensure efficient and effective school operation. But before you can have the best practice, you have to demonstrate skills in managing school data and information using technology, including ICT, and manage school data and information. Of course, capacity school personnel in managing school data and information using ICT. Republic Act 9470 is otherwise known as what? Fill in the blanks. Any idea? Please type on the chat box. It's related to records management and data. So, Republic Act 9470 is otherwise known as National Archives po ito of the Philippines Act of 2007. So, medyo may typo sa archives, walang R. So, National Archives of the Philippines Act of 2007. So, Republic Act 9470 is otherwise known as the National Archives of the Philippines Act of 2007. So, it is approved and its purpose is to effect better coordination in the management of government records and public archives, to govern the creation, general protection, use, storage, and disposition of public records, including the acquisition, storage, and preservation of public archives. So blank refer to public records, papers, periodicals, books, or other items or articles or materials, whether in form of electronic, audiovisual, or print, which by their nature and characteristics have enduring value that have been selected for permanent preservation. Ano po ito siya? Right, may sumagot na. Archives. Archives, okay. Okay, the right answer is archives. According to the National Archives of the Philippines, or NAP General Circular Number 1, dated January 20, 2009. So archives also refers to the place, like building, room, storage area, where archival materials are kept and preserved, and an organization or part of an organization whose main function is to select, collect, and preserve archival records and make such records available for public use. So, tatlo po ang ibig sabihin ng archives. Pwede siyang a thing, bagay, pwede siya place, and organization. Another fill in the blanks. Blank refers to the managerial activities involved with respect to the records creation, records maintenance and use, transmission, retention, and records disposition in order to archive adequate and proper documentation of policies and transactions of government for its efficient, effective, and economical operation. So record management. The right answer is records management. So plural, records management. According pa rin ito sa National Archives of the Philippines, General Circular Number 1, January 20, 2009. Number 1, blank refers to the periodic inspection of the records holdings of government offices, whether national or local, for purposes of identifying and incorporating record series that are not yet included in the agency's records disposition schedule. Dapat pala tayo sa ating mga schools ay mayroon tayong records disposition schedule. Kaya dapat tayo ay magkaroon ng parang book of records of our documents. E ano po ito? Refers to the periodic inspection. Ito po ay records management audit. Records management audit refers to the periodic inspection of the records holdings of government offices. Another one. Blank refers to the specific period of time established and approved by the National Archives of the Philippines as the lifespan of records, after which they are deemed ready for permanent storage or destruction. Any idea? Okay, may sumagot na. Thank you very much. Records disposition, records disposal, retention period. Okay, the right answer, may nakakuha, retention period. Congratulations. Retention period refers to the specific period of time established and approved by the National Archives of the Philippines. Ang ating mga records pala, depende sa kanya classification, ay may retention period lang po siya. Merong 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, up to 5 years. Or meron ding mga documents or records that should not be disposed. Or ang kanyang retention period is lifetime. Another one, blank refers to recorded information regardless of medium or characteristics, frequently used interchangeably with records. Okay, the answer is document. Is document. Okay, another one. Blank refer to record or classes of records in any form, in whole or in part, created or received, whether before or after the effectivity of RA 9470, the government agency in the conduct of its affairs, and have been retained by that government agency or its successors as evidence or because of the information contained therein. Local government records, ano pa? Public records. Okay, that is public records, correct. Question, which of the following public records should not be disposed? Which of the following public records should not be disposed or ang kanyang retention period is lifetime? Take public records that are involved in any case until they are finally decided upon or settled. Financial records that are subject of audit by the Commission on audit until they are post-audited and finally settled. Issuances like debit order and debit memoranda, attendance monitoring sheets. Okay, may B, may C, A, C, B, C. Right? The right answer is letter A. Tama po ba? No, it's not. Sandali lang. Should be letter B. Letter B pala. Mali ito ah. So the right answer is letter B. Doon sa choices, di ba? Roman numeral 1, public records that are involved in any case until they are finally decided upon or settled. Then financial records that are subject of audit, hindi pa siya pwedeng i-dispose. Pwede lang i-dispose, pero kailangan post-audited na. Then, issuances like debit order and debit memoranda, hindi siya pwedeng i-dispose. Yung number 4 lang ang pwedeng i-dispose after the retention period prescribed by that law. So attendance monitoring sheets has 1 year authorized retention period. So yung mga attendance monitoring sheets natin ay 1 year lang ang retention period except if these documents have unresolved case. Pero sa choices, ano lang naman, attendance monitoring sheets. Issuances have permanent retention period. Okay. Which of the following school records should be permanently stored or kept? Permanently stored or kept. Diploma, list of undergraduates. School form, is it 10 or all of the above? Dito na po tayo sa next question. Okay, letter D. D, may C. Right answer is letter D. All of the choices are above. Diploma dapat should be kept permanently. List of honor graduates and ISEP 10 or permanent learners permanent record. Ito po, undefined general disposition schedule sa class records or sa class records or sa school level. Class cards, form 138A or ngayon is if 9. Permanent siya. Class observation and supervisory reports. Permanent. Then diploma, list of honor graduates, permanent. Kanya retention period. Report cards, student permanent records or receipt 10. Summary of units or form 9. Wala naman tayong ngayos nito. So permanence. So meaning hindi kailangan i-dispose. School XYZ was devastated by storm typhoon. Many of its school records were submerged in the flood. The school head decided to dispose of the damaged documents, which could not be restored anymore. From which of the following offices or agencies does the school head ask permission? Schools Division Office, DepEd Regional Office, National Archives of the Philippines, Commission on Audit. Type lang yung sagot. Okay, letter C, ang karamihan sa sagot. The right answer, tama po kayo, National Archives of the Philippines. According to National Archives of the Philippines Memorandum Circular Number 1, Series 2014, records damages by water or any elements can be disposed of only after securing authority from NAP or National Archives of the Philippines. Rule 13 of NAP General Circular Number 2 states that disposal or damage permanent public records and damaged public records that have not yet passed their prescribed retention periods shall be considered for authorized disposal only upon submission to NAP of the following requirements. Official report which contains information of the non-usability and extent of damage of records as well as causes of the damage to the public records. Photo documentation and information of what other agency record series can the data or information of the damaged public records be found, and request for authority to dispose of records, NAP Form 3 and 3 copies, and properly filled out. Certification that the said damaged public records that are submitted to audit were post-audited and finally settled, and all the records involved in the case or investigation were finally decided upon or settled. Then, if expediency demands, and upon the order of the Executive Director of the NAP, an official assessment by the NAP representative, we shall conduct an actual physical inspection and evaluation of the damaged records may be requested. So, Article 5, Rule 14 of the NAP, General Circular Number 2, stipulates that a person who willfully or negligently damages a public record or disposes of or destroys a public record in violation of the provisions of RA 9470 or contravenes or fails to comply with any provision of said Act and its IRR shall be deemed to have committed an offense. So, question. According to the guidelines on records recovery and disposal, which of the following is the correct way of drying water damage records? A. Air dry water damage records under the sunlight. B. Air dry water damage records away from sunlight. C. Do not use electric fans in drying the water damage records. Or D. Use electric iron in drying water damage records to save them from fading. Ano po ang tamang sagot? Okay. The right answer is letter B. Air dry water damage records away from sunlight. So huwag ibilad sa araw. So in restore, next question. Hindi rin pwede ang pag gamit na electric iron. Pwede naman gumamit ng electric fan, pero kailangan hindi nakatutok ang electric fan sa record. Okay, next question. In restoring the damaged public records, what should the school head must do first? In restoring the damaged public records, what should the school head must do first? Diba, tayo, may pwede pang ma-restore ng mga public records sa ating school. So ano ang una nating gagawin bilang school head? Okay, letter B, D. Okay, the right answer is letter B, coordinate with the National Archives of the Philippines for technical assistance. Okay. Ito po. The following are the guidelines to facilitate records recovery after disaster. First, only undertake work that will not endanger human lives. Proceed only when everything is safe and secure. Okay. Kailangan safe muna. Clear muna ang lahat sa danger. Then, check every existing remaining records against the agency's inventory of records. So, dapat talaga meron tayong inventory of records. Parang libro siya ng mga records. Vital records must be prioritized for recovery. Then, ensure safe handling in the retrieval of records, relocation, destination, transportation, arrangement, and documentation procedures. Salvage operation include packing and removing records from affected areas, digging up records, securing against thief, water infestation, and other processes. Ito na, air dry water damage records away from sunlight. Do not dry water damage records under the sun. UV rays or ultraviolet rays from sunlight will cause fading on what is written or printed on paper documents. If electricity is available, use electric fans, but don't point this directly at the records. Next, carefully remove dirt and dust using soap, brush, or other suitable instrument. Do not attempt to separate papers which are stuck together. Coordinate with NAP for technical assistance on appropriate restoration. Ito na, kung i-restore na. Do not attempt to perform restoration activities on the records without first consulting the NAP or NAP. This may unintentionally do more damage to the records. Non-paper materials such as photographic, magnetic, and other electronic media require a specialized technique of restoration. Please coordinate with NAP for possible rehabilitation measures. Then, documentation including photography of all procedure must be made for reporting purposes. Then, records damaged by water or other elements can be disposed of only after securing authority from NAP. Yun po ang parang proper way of restoring and how we're going to restore and ano yung sinasabi? Yung facilitate records recovery after the guidelines to facilitate records recovery after disaster. Fill in the blanks. Blank shall mean any records, documents, papers, reports, letters, contracts, minutes and transcripts of official meetings, maps, books, photographs, data research materials, films, sound and video recording, magnetic or other tapes, electronic data, computer stored data, or any other like or similar data or materials recorded, stored or archived in whatever format, whether offline or online, which are made, received, or kept in or under the control and custody of any government office pursuant to law, executive order, and rules and regulations, or in connection with the performance or transaction of official business by any government office. Ano po ito siya? Records or documents? Kung may sumagot na, records or document, tingnan natin. Ito. The answer is information. So according to DepEd Order number 72, Series 2016, Department of Education, People's Freedom of Information Manual and Implementing Details. So I included this DepEd Order as part of records management kasi ang freedom of information, yung mga clients natin or stakeholders natin ay magre-request sa atin ng mga documents o records. So it's part of records management. Kailangan alam natin ang DepEd, ang rules and guidelines ng DepEd about sa implementation ng Freedom of Information or FOI. So meron ng Manual of Implementation ang Department of Education, nilabas pa noong 2016. So ang information po, ang kanyang operational definition ay ito, mga records, documents, papers, reports, letters, contracts, minutes, and transcripts of official meetings, maps, books, photographs, data, research materials, films, sound and video recording, magnetic or other tapes, electronic data, computer stored data, yung mga soft copy, or any other like or similar data or materials recorded, stored, or archived in whatever format, whether offline or online, which are made, received, or kept. So ito po. Lahat po ay pwedeng tawagin information. So, bakit inilabas ito na DO 72? Related po ito sa records management. Pero ang focus niya ay freedom of information. Of course, para bilang po pagsunod sa Executive Order or EO number 2, title Operationalizing in the Executive Branch the People's Constitutional Right to Information and the State Policies of Public Disclosure and Transparency in Public Service. In providing guidelines, therefore, this department issues the includes Department of Education People's Freedom of Information Manual and implementing these details. In short, Department of Education People's FOI Manual of 2016. Question. Who has the authority to decide if the request for information be granted or denied? O, pag-release ng record, pinanghihingi ng record sa atin. Sino ang has the authority to decide if the request for information be granted or denied? Si T, school head. B, schools division superintendent. C, FOI decision maker. Or D, FOI receiving officer. Sinong magdi-decide kung yes or no? Okay, the right answer is letter C, FOI decision maker. Okay. Ito po, Section 10 of DepEd Order 72 series 2016. Meron po Section 10 FOI decision maker. So ang FOI dun sa last part shall have authority to grant or deny an FOI request. So ang bawat opisina ay magkakaroon po ng FOI decision maker. Pero ang designation should be approved by the DepEd Secretary ng FOI decision maker. Ibig sabihin, sensitive ito na trabaho. Hindi basta-basta na trabaho yung magde-decide kung pwede ba ibigay ang info or hindi. Anong trabaho ng FOI? Shall undertake the following FOI decision maker. Coordinate with the relevant office of personnel to determine the existence of the requested information and to direct the retrieval and submission of the same if available. Determine whether the period to respond needs to be extended should any of the grounds for extension be present. Then determine whether the information clearly falls under any of the inventory of exceptions under Section 5 of this manual. So in case the request is a subsequent identical or substantially similar request by the same requesting party, determine whether it constitutes an unreasonable request. And in case the information requested constitutes or contains personal information, determine the appropriate measures to balance the requester's interest in disclosure and the duty to protect the privacy of the individual concerned, and determine whether to grant or deny the request based on the law, facts, and circumstances. Okay. Ito, dalawa ang blank. The department shall respond to the FOI request or Freedom of Information request as soon as practicable but not exceeding how many days from receipt of the request unless extended whenever the request extensive search request or examination or voluminous records are affected by the occurrence of any fortuitous event preventing access or other analogous cases. In no case shall the extension go beyond. So pero ba ilang araw ba ang pagbibigay ng aksyon sa FOI request? At kung i-extend ba hanggang ilang araw? Is it 15 working days to 20 working days? 15 calendar days to 10 calendar days? 10 working days, extension 5 working days, then 5 calendar days, extension 5 calendar days. Okay. May C, may A, may A, C. Okay, the right answer is 15 working days, 15 working days to 20 working days. So 15 working days to letter A. Tao po kayo. Letter A ang tamang sagot. Working days, hindi kasama yung holiday at saka Saturday and Sunday. So the response so hindi kung i-extend man, hindi na dapat lumagpas pa ng 20 days. So additional pa working days siya. So, yes or no? Do foreigners have the right to access information from the Department of Education? Ito pong public documents. Pwede bang mag-request ng information or document ang foreigner from the Department of Education? Minsan lang, no. Okay. Right answer is no. The answer, yes, the right answer is no. Section 7, if I request, sinasabi dyan, specify every Filipino. Every Filipino. So, specified na siya. Ibig sabihin, implied na hindi pwede ang Filipino citizen. For request access to information from department shall submit a written request. So, hindi oral request. Dapat written request, reasonably describing the information requested and the reason for or purpose of the request. The request shall state the name and the contact information of the requesting party, who shall also provide proof of his or her identification, not my ID. The requester may submit the request in person or by electronic or regular mail and may use the request form prescribed by the department. Section 8, where an FOI request may be submitted. So, can be sa Public Assistance Action Center at the Central Office ng DepEd. So, pwede rin sa Regional Office, pwede rin sa Schools Division Office, at saka sa school. Hindi po ito question guidelines po ito. Who shall receive the FOI request? So the FOI request shall be received by the FOI receiving officer. So halimbawa, verbal lang ang pag-request ng FOI ng information, anong gagawin ni FOI receiving officer? Provide reasonable assistance free of charge to enable requesters, especially those with special needs, to comply with the request requirements. So, bibigyan ng request form. Next question. Pakibasa na lang po. Common po ito sa atin, school. Dapat alam natin ang gagawin when we have this incident or instance. When a learner transferred to another school, who among the following is allowed to hand carry the school form 10 or learner's permanent record from the originating school to the receiving school? Is it A, the learner, B, the learner's parent or guardian, B, the learner's class advisor, or none of the choices? Ano po ang tamang sagot? Ikaw, school head, pupunta doon si, ano, nanay ng bata. Usually, itong nangyayari. Sabi, mag-request po ako ng permanent record ng aking anak kasi dadalhin doon sa school na pinag-transferan niya. Anong sasabihin mo na school head? Okay, the right answer is letter D, none of the choices. According to DepEd Order number 54, Series 2016, guidelines on the request and transfer of learners' school record. Okay. Ito po, the transfer of records of learner must be made easy and quick without encumbering the learners and parents. However, the school should not compromise the confidentiality and security of school records. Receiving school shall secure all permanent records or Form 137 or Receipt 10 of the incoming learners before the end of the first grading period. Dapat pala, before mag-end ng first grading period, lahat ng Form 137 or Receipt 10 ng mga transfers natin, lalo na yung mga grade 7 sa high school or sa grade 12, ay meron ng nakuha nating permanent record. For transferred in learners during the school year, transfer documents shall be secured 30 days from the first day of school attendance. 1 month lang. Learners and or their parents or guardian are not allowed to hand carry the permanent records is 10 to the receiving school. Kasi iniwasan dito ang hassle, gastos ng mga parents. So in case of unavailability of Form 137 due to circumstances beyond our control, the report on promotion or Receipt 5 can be used as substitute which is available at the school's division office. Kaya nga, kailangan talaga mag-submit tayo ng ganito sa SDO kasi kapag nawala yung ating record, pwedeng may copy doon ng grade ang mga bata. The LIS shall be used as platform in the request and release of learner school records. Hence, the transaction shall strictly between the receiving and originating schools. Meron doon na transfer. Nakita natin may natag na sa atin na transferred. Kailangan na natin i-confirm. So once i-confirm natin, ibig sabihin, kailangan ipadala na natin ang Form 1 SF10 via courier doon sa receiving school. Hindi pwedeng ipadala kahit kanino. Ayun po. Now let's come to this one. Which of the following features of Microsoft 365 can be used for records management? Say A, OneNote, B, OneDrive, C. Microsoft Planner. D. Microsoft SharePoint. Di ba doon sa ating skills needed sa Domain 1, records management, kailangan adept po tayo sa ICT. Isa po ito na ibinigay sa atin na libre ng Department of Education, ang Microsoft 365 account natin, kung saan matatagpuan ito na OneNote, OneDrive, Microsoft Planner, Microsoft SharePoint, so that we can use this in records management. Ano dito? Mayroon dito si Mama reaction, Susana, ba, yes, sir, but only the students average accordingly, yes. Pero madetermine natin doon kung pass or fail ba ang bata. In case wala na talagang mapakita na ano, permanent record kung nasira. Sagot nila, letter B. Hindi natin ang tama. The right answer is letter C, Microsoft SharePoint. Kung OneDrive, pwede na tayong mag-store doon ng files, di ba? Pero ang for records management talaga, ang gagamitin natin ay Microsoft SharePoint. Ito po. Microsoft SharePoint is a document management and collaboration platform that helps a company manage archives, documents, reports, and other content that is vital in its business processes. SharePoint's enterprise content management capabilities are helpful to organization in all industries and in any department within an organization. What is Microsoft 365? It's designed to help you achieve more with innovative apps, intelligent cloud services, and world-class security. Okay. Microsoft 365 is our cloud-powered productivity platform. With a subscription of Microsoft 365, you can get the latest productivity apps such as Microsoft Teams, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneDrive, and so much more. The ability to install on PCs, Macs, tablets, and phones. Ito po ang mga features ng Microsoft 365. Outlook, para po sa email ang calendar application. Word, para sa word processing. Excel, for spreadsheet tool. PowerPoint, the tool for producing, editing slides and presentations. OneNote, a digital notebook for taking notes, organizing information, and collaborating with others. Teams, a communication and collaboration platform for chat, video conferencing, and file sharing. OneDrive, a cloud storage service for storing and sharing files. SharePoint, a web-based collaboration and document management platform. Microsoft Forms, a tool for creating surveys, quizzes, and polls. And Microsoft Planner, and a task and project management tool. So dapat gamitin natin ito dahil libre lang naman. Binayaran na ito ng DepEd para sa atin ang ating Microsoft 365 accounts. Okay. Sino po ang may experience na active na gumagamit ng Microsoft 365? Sino yung mga aktibong gumagamit ng Microsoft 365? Say yes. Okay, Ma'am Susana. Okay, ano lang ginagamit mo? Siguro yung Word, Excel, at saka PowerPoint at OneNote, ano? Okay, Cellular, Numerian. Maganda rin yung Teams, di ba? Kung nag-meeting tayo or online meeting with our teachers. With Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive, at saka Teams, according to Ma'am Susana. Yes. Yung pag-access sa NAT sampling Microsoft 365 siya in access. Okay. So, kailangan talaga nating ah, gamitin ang Microsoft 365. Pero kailangan may internet, internet para makasave tayo sa SharePoint, sa OneDrive. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's come to